Alright, Tank. Tell your sister to join in if she wants to watch.
I was in the process of doing that
We'll get the cup
as you
chair
said
ready.
it. We'll get the what?
Nothing.
Fuck you.
You don't even know what I said.
I'm pretty sure you said we'll get the cuck chair ready.
Might have been.
Yeah.
Guess you'll never know.
You're a shit. You're not even a piece of shit. You're the whole turd. You're the entire shit. You're not the shit.
You hear that, Corvus?
You're a shit.
No. You hear that, Corvus?
He's not the shit. He's a shit.
Oh, shit.
There's a difference. One's a compliment, the other one's an insult. Guess which one I'm doing? The insult. Sorry if it was hard to understand.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
He's just mad because you can see his reflection from the top of his head.
Oh.
Love you, Tank.
No, you know what? I love you too, but with the same amount of baby oil, the amount of reflection that comes off my head will also reflect off your gut.
Yeah. No, that's not true. There was like way too much hair.
Oh, never mind.
Oh.
Never mind.
Damn.
There is no Italian in my family tree, but when I go back to my construction job during the summer, every summer, and I get like my suntan, you would think. Anyways,
Well, leave us waiting in suspense, but what?
what?
All you said was, you would think, and then it cut out.
It wasn't I cut out. I said you would. I was like, I have no Italian in my blood, but you would think.
Oh, okay.
Just a fat, hairy, tan guy.
Damn it.
Anyways. Who wants to do the recap?
I already warned you that my recap would be very vague.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. Pretty sure I did it last time.
No, Corvus said it last time.
Yeah, we already had this
Besides
conversation.
Besides Portis.
No, I did it before him.
Yeah, Avenging hasn't gone in a long time.
It's because Avenging usually goes first. So then
There's
you
no
don't hear
point
from
about
for
that
3 or
one.
4 weeks. So, Grin, Havoc, one of you want to take it?
No, I don't want to take it.
Alright, Chad, I'm going to give him about 30 seconds. I'm going to do the recap.
I'm gonna go ahead and give the recap to the DM.
Alright.
Because I really don't know anything we've done in the last like 5 sessions.
No, fair enough. So last time on Those Soon to Die, as I fuck up the name,
We haven't died yet, though.
I have not died yet. Well, that's why it's soon and not has. Was it? You're in the Morning Grove, yeah. The party made their way to the Morning Grove, and they met the Lady of the Castle, aka the Crimson Queen. Had a pleasant discussion about an item that the party was carrying. Came to an agreement that the party would stay the night, would be given a free meal in safety, and the Crimson Queen would borrow the package, not take anything out of it, and return it to them the next morning. With that, the party went, had a pleasant steak dinner, spoke to some of the locals of the castle, and if I remember correctly, we ended session with everybody going back to their room.
No one died. No one even tried to die. So we're good.
No one picked a fight with the leader of the castle.
Nope.
Ugh. So with that, in the wee hours of the morning, before the sun even bothers to come across the horizon, the party would hear a knock on the door.
Are we all in the same room or are we in individual rooms?
Same room.
Same room.
Okay. Who is it?
There's no response.
Oh, that's right. Fucking skeleton. No vocal cords. Ugh. I'm gonna get up, like, grab Ellie off of wherever she's, like, catnapping on me at this point, because I feel like she's been attached to me lately. Just, like, grab her off and, like, place her on the pillow, like, get up and open the door.
Alright, you are met with a very nicely dressed skeleton holding your package, rewrapped and ready to be carried.
Rewrapped.
Well, they opened the box. They had to put the tape back on the box.
Yeah, okay. I'll grab it.
Alright, it feels the same. And skeleton walks off.
Alright, Dungeon Master, in no way, shape, or form am I proficient in this at all, nor will I ever be. Can I do an Arcana check on the box to see if any kind of magic wumbo jumbo has happened to this thing?
Yeah, sure.
Let me grab my dice. That's a 5.
It's a box.
Alright, cool. I'm grabbing the box. Happy as a clam. Let's go.
Happy in the clam. You going back to bed or you just gonna stay up?
I guess I was. How long have I been sleeping for? Like, enough for a long rest, or?
You're gonna be grumpy in the morning, but you still get the benefits if you stay up.
You think I'm only grumpy in the morning?
Grumpy-er.
Alright, that's fair. Yeah, I'll stay up and, haven't done it in a while just because we've been running for our fucking lives. I'll do like a little bit of a morning workout.
Yeah. You pop a hip.
Oh. Just gonna punch that back into place.
You unpop a hip.
It hurts worse when it goes back in.
No, it hurts worse when you try walking on it for 3 days. I would know.
Don't do that.
Oh, you don't say?
My good friend, don't do that. Yeah, so be sure to do like a little bit of a morning workout, like just basic shit, basic old man shit, and then wait for everybody else to wake up, because I basically fight naked, so like I don't really need to gear up or anything.
Mm-hmm.
aside from pants.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but in my head, Basher wears jorts.
He wears jorts.
He
Jorts.
basically wears boxer briefs. I feel like that's all. That's the
I
only
don't
clothes
know if it's that bad. Like they're a
boxer
little.
briefs.
I'm gonna say they're a little loose fitting, but no, definitely above the knee. Whatever material or fabric they're made of, I feel like they're still above the knee. Like was it the oh, what is it? The Gucci Daddy shorts, where they're like halfway between the hip and the knee.
You know, you mentioned this, and I was reminded of something heinous I saw the other day. Are you familiar with the Jop Top?
No, what? Wait,
Nope.
wait, hold on. Is it a jean crop top?
Yeah, it's a Jop Top.
Oh
Oh my god.
No, I don't want to even think about that.
I've never heard of that, nor do I want to think about it. That is heinous. As you said. That is horrifying and horrible.
1 second, now I gotta send it to the group. I want to see if I can find the one that I actually saw.
Oh, oh.
It's probably some little faggot dude with like no.
Please don't
muscle.
say that on
Probably-
stream.
We don't say that.
Don't say
We don't say that.
I'm sorry, whatever.
Don't.
My bad. He's probably got like no muscle, and it's
Oh.
right below the man boob.
Alright, excuse me. I have been corrected through text message. It's not Gucci Daddy shorts, it's Hoochie Daddy shorts.
Oh, okay.
Hoochie?
Hoochie Daddy shorts.
The,
I
the,
feel
the,
like that doesn't change.
this is close enough to what it looked like.
Oh, that is,
No, that's... Why does it look like it's straight from the 90s?
I don't know.
oh,
Now the one I saw had like back pockets on both sides, but
What?
How do you have back
because it was like it was
on a crop top?
because it was like the same design as like the fucking jacket, like the back pocket on your jeans, and they're just on the front.
That's horrible.
It just looks like they just cut off the ass part of the.
I'm pretty sure that's what they did.
What it looks like. Oh, it's so disgusting.
I'm wearing assless chaps, and the fabric that I cut out of the ass, I'm wearing on my chest.
Oh.
There are no horrors that I could imagine in this campaign that are going to be worse than this moment.
Oh, my goodness.
Happy to help.
Oh,
I don't know if you'll be able to help with that.
I don't think anybody can. I don't think any psychiatrist is going to be able to help you with that.
It's fine. We play D&D. We don't need therapy.
This is better than therapy. It's cheaper.
It's very much
it's way
cheaper.
cheaper than therapy.
Oh.
I could go to therapy, or I could just down this bottle of vodka I found.
Both look just
Found. Not even purchased.
Found. Alright. We're
All right,
getting
D&D.
a little unhinged here, people.
All right, back to D&D. Everybody wakes up. You all see Beisha doing push-ups half naked in the middle of the room.
He's always half naked. It doesn't bother anybody.
Exactly.
It's like the normal amount of clothing that Bishra wears.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll over until somebody takes me out of here.
They just leave the cat behind. Just
Just leave the cat behind. It's like, nope, we're not doing this anymore.
leave her in the castle full of werewolves. She'll be fine.
She'll figure something out.
Alright, so what's everybody else doing?
Getting up to leave. And getting ready and heading out. We've got how many more days do we have to get there, Bishra?
Two? I think this was like the first town, or the town before the town we're supposed to get into.
Man, we spent a lot of time trying to get here. So, let's go.
Ellie, you're from here. How much longer do we have to go?
How much longer do we have to go? I think it should be like 2 days.
It was 2 or 3 days. I have to look. It was 2. But I'm gonna say
Oh,
2 or
shit,
3,
that was-
depending on how much you guys stop.
Did you definitely take a note of Vaser saying Ellie's from here?
She told us already, right?
Not him. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Now, audience,
Excuse
for
me.
those of you that don't know, this was the equivalent of taking your buddy, who is a cop, while he's off duty, to meet your drug dealer.
Excuse me, I might have fucked up. Possibly.
I'm just gonna take a second, and then I automatically responded to Basra, and I'm just gonna look around the room and see everybody's face. So it's like, what's it looking like? Because I'm like, I made a mistake.
Just roll with it and be like, oops, I made a fucky wucky.
Certified womp womp moment.
I will take responsibility for the fucky wucky. My bad.
It seems that my superiority has caused some controversy.
Look, I'm gonna be honest.
I
I
love that meme.
completely thought that you told everybody.
No,
So that's my bad.
I think the only person who doesn't know, I'm pretty sure Avenging's character has an inkling, but Enyo has no clue.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
Oops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
I forgot that very, very small detail.
You know, it happens. Anyways,
Yeah.
we will now deal with the consequences of that at a later date and time.
That's the only reason this story has any girth is because of my consequences.
You know what's funny? I had another player who was one of the old Bromson players, made an NPC after you guys did the first quest. There was supposed to be a festival where he was going to. There was going to be an event where he was going to read your fortunes. Never happened.
No.
No.
Why did it never happen?
You know what you did.
No, I don't.
Uh-huh.
Just because I forgot to salute that guy.
Among other things. I love that you're like, it's because I didn't salute him. There was a list of things that you did wrong.
I feel like this party, this quest has just become the, can we cover Batra's mistakes? And every step is like, it gets worse. Like, we don't help the situation, we just make the situation twice as worse every step we go.
You don't understand
Look,
how much
I
he
am-
regrets picking him up from that guy.
You ruined my life.
As a player, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but as a character, I'm playing a disgruntled, dishonorably discharged abandonment soldier that got forcibly called back to duty, okay? Sorry.
Do you call it abandonment when you ran away?
When you deserted.
Look, we already roleplayed this. I got tired of patching up dead kids, okay?
Like, I'm just saying, you can't call it being abandoned.
You couldn't patch up the dead, that's horrible.
Well, you know what I mean. There was triage involved.
Oh, you got a little scratch right there. All better now.
Here, just take a shot of this. You'll feel better. Oh, am I gonna be okay, Doc? Nope, you're gonna feel better.
You're gonna be okay. No, you're gonna die, but you'll feel better doing it.
You're gonna get up and walk again, but not for long.
It just reminds me, there's like a story from like a World War II nurse where it's like, we had this like 18-year-old guy come in. He was in bad shape. I gave him a bunch of morphine. He asked, how am I doing? I said, oh, you're doing great. He goes, good. I thought so, but I wanted to check, and then immediately died.
Oh my god. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Hey, look, at least he died not in pain.
You heard it here first, folks. War sucks. Anyways.
So let's get going, shall we?
Yeah, roll me a d6, somebody. Actually, roll me a d4, somebody. Because it's only like 2 or 3 days.
I'll do it. Nobody wants to.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
who does it?
Oh, lovely. That's a 4.
Roll me a d20.
Uh-huh. Even better.
Nat 20.
I can't pull the 4 out of my dice tower. Hold on.
It's stuck.
15.
What was that?
15.
15, you say. Alright.
On a scale of 1 to 10, you're fucked.
I mean, on a scale of 1 to 20, you got about a 15 on the fucked scale.
Oh, that's not good. You did remember to put the parental advisory before the stream, right?
I mean, I've never taken the 18 up tag off of my stream since I started streaming.
Okay. Good.
Okay, I just want to make sure because
Yeah, I guess just want to make really
there's
good.
a lot that happens,
I-
and none of it is PG-13. It's all above it.
No, I learned really quick that I like talking about things on stream that like you can't talk about without the 18 plus, so it just never got taken down.
That's fair.
Oh my, one of my videos got, so quick aside, on YouTube, I had to put in a report on my own video. It was one of the VODs for this campaign. I don't remember which one it was. But all of I age restrict all of my videos. Like whenever I upload, it's age restricted. They pulled the age restricting off of one of the videos.
Oh no.
So I had to report, and I'm like, hey, please put this back on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hold on. I do not appeal to a young audience. No.
Well, no. Oh my god. Do you... This is an old one. Do you know the like Pokemon Harem song?
No, I don't think I've ever heard that.
Okay.
And I also don't want to know
It was a meme a couple years ago that somebody made. And I don't know the actual...
Does it involve Vaporeon?
That's what I want to know.
Vaporeon's one of the backup singers.
Oh no.
Oh.
But anyways, it is an absolutely heinous fucking video. And I remember, cause I follow the channel, cause they do like really like Adult Swim-esque parodies and videos.
Okay.
You know, I felt like you shouldn't explain that. You should just, I follow the channel. Just leave it at that.
But anyways, I remember seeing a YouTube short where the like guy the singer, he goes, yeah, so YouTube de-age restricted that video, so there's nothing I can do about it. It's like, eh. Anyways,
That's the algorithm just looking for keywords, and it says Pokemon. Oh, for all ages.
that was exactly what it was.
No, it's not.
Like, I guarantee that is exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, as you're all trudging along, excuse me, as you all wake up from camp on the second day, you get your stuff together, you pack up your campsites, you eat a meal, you dust yourself off, and as you start to walk towards your destination, you hear the sound of a bell ringing.
As the bell's ringing, I'm gonna like be feeding my dragon some of the farmer I got.
Mm-hmm.
A random bell, huh?
As
Does
you,
it sound like a bell we've heard before?
it sounds like chime bells ringing.
Okay.
And as you get closer, there's more and more of them.
Just as we're walking, look, I've read the guide. Do we go investigate or no? I'm leaning towards no because I don't want to find out.
Let's just keep going on our mission.
Cool, 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 cool.
As you walk through this winding... At this point, you're not even in forest anymore. This is like... After about the... Oh, what was it? The Whaling City. It's been grassy plains. And as you're walking through this road, looking out at the fields to your left and your right, you see three, looks to be floating bodies on the side of the road. Bells hanging off of them. And in the center of the road is a body of what looks to have at one point maybe been a human that has been mangled and crushed into an almost unrecognizable form.
When you say floating bodies, do you mean like they're hanging up on something, or are they supernaturally above the ground?
Like they're supernaturally floating.
Okay, cool. Gonna ignore it.
I mean, you gotta keep walking down the road.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's just step over the mangled corpse of whoever this poor fuck was.
Okay. As you step over him, you hear the bells getting louder and louder. And as you all walk and you try to ignore it, eventually one of you looks behind you. You see as these three specters are following close behind your group.
Which one of us turned around?
I will let you decide.
You know, Thedo, you're not from here.
What?
You're the one who looked.
Under the bus with you, I guess. Damn. I'd remember that. You know, Tank's the one that did that.
There is.
That's dirty. But yeah, you see these three things just chasing after you.
How far behind us?
Like 5 feet behind you.
Oh god.
They're just like ghosts.
Mm-hmm. You guys have seen
Chasing or
things.
following? Are they chasing or following? That's a good question.
Well, you don't get to ask questions because you're not looking at them.
You're right. You're right. I don't. I apologize.
Oh, when you put it that way. When you
So, what do I already know a lot since I've been here a long time. Have I encountered specters before?
Encountered what?
Specters before, these ghosts.
You've definitely encountered a ghost before. Make me an Arcana or a Religion check to see if you know what these ones are. Because I know the party's run into these a couple of times.
The other three, we're just walking like nothing's happening.
Um, have the ones I've always ran into before, regardless of their type, been hostile?
Sorry, could you run that by me again?
Have the ones I've run into before been hostile?
Was Fata with the party whenever Beishra gave up 4 years of his life to one of these things?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
Then,
No.
depending on what you rolled, I can answer.
I got a 4.
Oh, then you don't recognize these ones.
Alright, I'm just gonna... Who's in front of me?
I volunteer
I feel like
tank.
Beishra's. Well, I was gonna say I feel like Beishra's leading the charge.
So I guess technically who would be in front of you would be Ellie, since Ellie's in Beishra's bag.
Well, is Grin's character between myself and Beishra?
Answer carefully, Grin.
Huh?
Is your character standing between Daisha and Tato?
Yes or no?
Is Inyo getting Eiffel Towered right now?
And you'll slowly backs up from that, yeah.
I've decided Enyo is to the left. Or wherever.
Like if we're all like walking,
Stay fine.
Enyo stops walking, let those two keep going. And then he walks
Oh,
again.
you were not paying attention at all.
Nope.
I was not.
He's not.
He's like, if someone's looking at me, I'm gonna stop walking. Okay, go for it, bro.
As he stops, I'm just gonna keep going since they're 5 feet behind me. He'll figure it out in a second.
Enyo. Notably, you also saw the ghosts. As you stop and let Fado pass you, man, it's real fucking cold all of a sudden.
Alright, I'm gonna keep on going.
I'm gonna tap Ellie on the shoulder. Hey, he wanted to talk to you. I'm just gonna point with my thumb behind me so I keep walking. So she turns around and looks.
I'm just, yeah, I'm gonna peek my head up over Baser's shoulder and look back.
Hey, Enyo.
Yes,
Can you do me a favor?
I prefer her, yes.
Could you
All the
make
saving
me
throw.
a wisdom saving throw?
Oh no!
I don't know if I'll be able to make it, but I'll
Well,
try.
you gotta kill Inyo.
Natural 2022.
Okay.
Ooh.
As you're walking at the back of the pack, you just hear that consistent chime of these bells just digging into the back of your mind. And you stop for a second, you take a deep breath, and you center yourself. You just, I am a proud son of Bromson. No spirit will stop me on my quest. You just kind of keep focusing and marching on.
See, I think you're saying keep focusing. Enyo's just known to zone out constantly. I think he just zoned that out.
It's not there. I don't believe it exists.
Like, he didn't even know why everyone got beside him for it. He just stopped. He was zoned out.
Yeah.
You don't acknowledge
If
him,
I-
they don't acknowledge you.
If I don't think about it, it can't hurt me.
Exactly.
With that, as the party just keeps walking, eventually the chimes get a little bit quieter. Till eventually you hear them in the distance behind you, and finally they're gone.
Oh, thank goodness they were so out of tune.
Hmm?
The the chimes. They were out of tune.
Yep.
Did you just meow?
No. I wish I did now.
Alright, so continuing on the path.
We're on an adventure. Anyways, you watch as these large fields slowly start turning into wheat. As you look out into these wheat fields, you start to see the normal zombies and different skeletons with sickles and scythes going through, collecting it. And as you continue going down the path, you see, looks to be, for once, no walls, just a city with a spire jutting out of it.
You know, I'm not gonna get used to the undead just walking around doing things. I'm not gonna get used to it.
I refuse. Just keep walking. You see a cart pulled off on the side of the road. There's a couple other people around it. And you see what looks to be a tabaxi man sitting on the cart. Kind of like doing auction call-outs. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are they selling?
Do you stop and look?
Oh yeah.
Do we have time to stop and
Do you have time to stop
I don't
and
really have
look?
a time crunch, Charlie.
I don't think we are.
As you stop and you're looking at like him auctioning stuff, obviously, you know, once, twice, sold to the man in the black uniform, and you'll watch as two skeletons pull a wooden box off the back of the cart, and they drag it over and give it to this gentleman, and Beishra and Enyo. This looks surprisingly like the crate that Bromson rifles are shipped in.
No.
wonder what
Oh, cool. They're auctioning off weapons. That's nice.
You watch like the next day he starts auctioning off like a crate of blood sausage.
2 gold.
Damn it.
Alright, starting off the bid with the gentleman with the 2 gold, 2 gold, 2 gold, got 3 gold, 3 gold, 3 gold, 4 gold, 5 gold. How about you gentlemen? You started this off 6 gold?
5 gold and 5 silver.
Alright, 1 second. Alright. I'm not going to do the auction in your voice. I was requested to tone it down. Alright. Make a charisma check.
Oh, yay. These are gonna be great.
Excellent. Just as you always practice.
That's a 10.
You make your bid, and almost immediately somebody offers up 10 gold.
No, well, too rich for my blood. All right, let's keep going.
Alright. Uh,
As I'm standing there, can I like get an eye on any of the other items that might be up for auction after the blood sausage?
I mean, you can actively, like, look at what's on the wagon if you walk around.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Without being like nosy, you know.
I mean, you see other people that are, like, kind of, like, they go around, they, like, are looking at what's on the wagon and then, like, joining in the bidding.
Okay. Yeah. I'll my monstrous form, so be it.
Yeah.
I will go give a peek and look see.
As you look at it, you see like an iron chest with a couple different cut gemstones on it. You see a couple, looks like crates of military weapons. There's an iron cage with what looks like a little girl inside of it. There's another cage that looks to have a zombified monkey in it.
Where are we at?
Almost to where you're going. Give me 1 second, I can remember the name.
Does the little girl look normal?
That was my
Or-
part. My part was
Um,
like,
Is this an undead thing?
No, she looks like she's not undead yet.
Oh.
what's he selling next?
I'm having an inner fight with myself.
I'm not. I'm not. That's what he's fun.
Up next is the monkey. It starts out at 50 gold. Yeah. Auction off a couple other things you don't really care about, and then finally the last thing that he pulls up to the edge of the crate is this cage. Alright, let's start the bidding off at 75 gold. And you watch as a couple people raise their hands.
Can I growl at them?
Roll intimidation.
Oh,
Which cage? Do you mean like big cage, or you talking about like the cage that we've got? Thing that you call
No,
very
big
control and stuff.
It's bigger than the cage you have, but it is an unethically small cage.
for a little bit.
So intimidation would be a 17.
17. All right.
I have a +0 to that, by the way.
See a couple of like, you assume they're probably necromancers. They're kind of like scrawny, gangly looking people wearing robes that just kind of like lower their hands and kind of like look at the floor.
So how many still up?
Well, notably, there is this little black-scaled kobold who's still bidding.
You just want to eat the kid.
Currently,
Okay,
they're winning with the 75 bid.
Tato will say 76.
Not 1 second.
I'm gonna pass Tato 20 gold.
Okay.
All right, I'll be back in a second. I have to grab something.
Oh no.
Oh.
Have you added that to your inventory?
I have. And now
Okay.
that the DM's gone for a second, I don't care if we kill this dude and take the money back afterwards. But little girl comes with us.
Yeah.
Fucking hitting the soft spot in the fucking morality chain. Let's talk about it.
Yes, I may not be a holier than thou paladin at all. However, you're gonna put a kid in there.
I'm I'm literally playing a barbarian field medic that had a problem with having to deal with injured kids.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, we're gonna buy this kid, and then we can even set up camp nearby. Afterwards, we can kill this dude and take the money back. I don't care.
what's your oath? Because it sounds like Oath of Vengeance. Nice.
It was between Oath of Vengeance and Oath of Conquest.
Ooh, both great.
Yep. But when I talked to him, that's how I got my character's backstory that you haven't heard or even talked about yet. So, talked with him about yet because we've been all over the place. But yeah, in order to do it and become a part of the House of Flights, I had to be Oath of Vengeance.
Ah.
So, and there was nothing wrong. Vengeance, just fine.
It's one of my favorite paladin subclasses.
I wonder if I can turn this kid into an apprentice.
Well, well, you gotta think about it. If they were just gonna sell her off to some organ grinder, she wouldn't be worth that much.
Nope. So she's got to have some sort of
There's
innate
something up with her.
something. Yeah, and we can find it and either return her and get money, or if everything's destroyed, if she's got the potential, I'll make her a paladin of vengeance.
Or maybe she could be a cleric.
She could be a cleric of vengeance. Well, not really vengeance. She'd be cleric of death.
Death cleric, war cleric, you know, whichever one happens.
She could just be a healing cleric too, and just be like, "All right, I healed him, so you can break the leg again." It's like, "Oh, thanks."
I'm kind of
Where did
upset that our group, like our specific group, is gonna have a pet human.
I'm not.
They're not a pet. Jesus Christ, girl.
They're people now, okay? Can't call them pets. Dear goodness.
Fuck's wrong with you?
It's a short list of what's not.
I'm terrified to ask. But who are people now?
People are people.
Yeah, totally.
Ugh.
Uh-huh.
I said it's really bad that our group, specifically our group, is trying to get a pet human. And I said I can't say that.
Yeah,
You
they're
know-
people now.
They're people now.
None of us here are human. They're people now.
She's not a pet.
People now, remember that.
I was gonna say, like, in my mind, it's like, oh, the party's probably gonna try and save this character. There is just the chance that they're not. I have to remember that that is just something that is not too out of left field for you.
I do craft things out of bone, okay?
Mhm.
I mean, if Tenpin was here, he'd be like, I could probably gnaw on those bones. When you die, can I have your bones?
Have your bones.
By the way, Avenging, change your fucking name in the Discord so I
just remember how to
stop
do it.
forgetting your name.
Don't remember how to
Sounds
do
like a
it,
skill
but okay.
issue. Do you want a quick walkthrough? Because it takes like 10 seconds.
Yeah, let me get to the Discord.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, so just right click on the Discord.
I'm on my phone.
It's going to make things a little bit harder because I don't know how to do it on my phone. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to find where it says server profile, and you're going to edit your server profile.
Okay. Edit server profile. Okay.
Yeah, and you should be able to just change it to whatever you want.
All right, done.
There, now Tank can quit bitching about it.
All right.
He won't, but he can.
See, Mr. Tenpin. So,
I'm gonna fuck with Tank. One of these days I'm gonna use my mod powers It's not even mod powers. My owner powers. I'm gonna change everybody's name to Pen Pen one day and not tell them. Anyways,
So 76.
immediately I was like, Kobold will, 78.
Intimidation.
Okay,
Can I start trying to sneak up on the kobold?
sure.
Can I like stand behind Fado and cross my arms and kind of like flex a little bit to give him advantage on the intimidation?
Sure.
Instead of intimidating, Tato looks at him and he goes, and he's kind of like sad whip. Like, oh, 79.
80.
Oh, gosh.
81.
84.
85.
90.
91.
100.
101.
Make
How
a,
much money you got, bro?
make a charisma check.
Alright, let's check it.
Silk, make a stealth check as you try to sneak up on this kobold.
16.
16.
Yeah, it was a
Um,
bad roll.
As you're like creeping up on this kobold, and you're getting kind of close, this fairly sizable orc stands in your way and just glares down at you.
22 charisma check.
You watch, she kind of this kobold. She kind of thinks it over, looks at you, grins, and puts her hood up and starts to walk away.
Oh, it's a female kobold?
Yeah.
Necromancer.
What was that?
She's a necromancer. She likes digging up the past.
Oh, woman joke.
It was. It was. It was. Because how often do you run into a female kobold? Never. It's like a female goblin. They just don't exist.
I mean, in my campaigns, you got like a 50-50.
All the time.
I've never.
This is not usual lore they're avenging. This is Corvus's campaign.
It's very true.
No,
So,
I just generally, when I'm making NPCs, I'm like, oh, what gender is it? Coin flip. Eh.
no, I do that too. When like it's like a shopkeep, it's like, all right, what's the gender? It's like flip. It's like, oh, this one's a female. This one's a male. This
Yeah.
one's a kid.
Yeah.
There's usually a story behind that one in a quest, but oh well.
Yeah. Like, unless it's like a very specific NPC, I'm usually just like, coin flip, coin flip, coin flip.
Yeah. So.
Alright, sold to the fella in the clergy armor. Alright, if everybody who successfully made a purchase could make their way over here, have your coin purses ready, and we will start divvying out the winnings. And now you get
Alright.
to, you do Beishra's favorite thing for about an hour.
No!
That's why. That's good.
Where they're putting the money out.
They appear to be putting it in a metal lockbox.
Oh, okay, that would be great. Okay.
And, they get up to Fado. Coin, please.
Hold on. Oh man, my dog got me. Coin. All right. He goes and hands him over all 101.
Alright. Do you have your own leash, or...
Yeah, I do.
Alright, be ready. This one's been known to be a little bit of a runner.
He'll get
And... Sorry.
He'll get a rope tied in a Swiss harness for like over the shoulders to the back.
Yeah. And the second he opens up the cage, the kid books it.
Well, before he opens up the cage, I'd like to be right in front of it.
I figured. Oh, I figured.
So,
Um, she runs out. You catch her.
yep.
Been an absolute pleasure. And he starts collecting coin from the next guy.
He'll put the harness around her and he'll secure her pretty well.
Mhm.
Making sure she cannot get out of it.
Alright. And you get the. I was gonna say you tie her down, but that's not really what that is.
No.
But yeah, you tie her.
Awesome. Good. And he'll start to kind of back away from everybody else except for Beishra, because I know Beishra will be right there anyway.
Yeah.
Dungeon Master, does this child look malnourished in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah.
Then I will hand her some of my rations.
Tato will say, "Hold up," and he's gonna look around, not in the middle of all these people, in his armor.
Well, I guess let's make a short walk to the city and find an alley. A
No.
minimal amount of hobos.
We can kill them. I'm not worried about them.
Eh.
Hobos aren't the scary part. That lizard is the scary part.
Hey,
You're like a dragon, all right? Just
I am a lizard. I don't breathe fire.
You could if you learn the right spell. Just saying.
Do you really think I have the intelligence to learn magic?
Absolutely not.
Then fuck off.
Without a doubt, the
Lizard.
answer is no.
I could. Yeah,
Lizard.
that's gonna be something I look for in every town now. A scroll of fire breathing, or a scroll. Good for him.
Bold of you to assume I would use it. So I guess we'll try to walk into town, and Beishra's gonna Beishra's gonna stay at the back of the group now, and Bogard everybody.
Yeah.
So we're gonna head towards the destination.
Which I'm assuming would be the Spire.
Yeah.
So we're gonna head towards the destination, and I do know that one of our teammates is busy, so I'm gonna make it kind of slow. But I am gonna, make it a little slow, the trek. But I'm gonna make it and get it right out of earshot, right out of eye shot, kind of away from there, away from the that event, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna grab the girl, I'm gonna turn her around, and I'm gonna kneel down and be like, "What is your name?"
Sasha.
Sasha. Excellent. Well, at least you have a name. That's good. Where were you captured from, or sold from?
We were trying to escape the Red Keep.
You were trying to escape the Red Keep.
Yes, there was an attack.
How long ago?
I don't know. A couple days, a little over a week, I think.
Tato's gonna look over at Baker and be like, "If this little child is telling us the truth, that means that the Red Keep has come under attack from the time that we have been gone."
Okay, but how did she get all the way out here?
You're not supposed to be here.
You're the one stealthing at the lockbox.
You're the one getting our
That-
money
that is
back,
true.
and everybody else's money, and any other magic items he may have.
Whatever's in the lockbox, really.
Yeah, or whatever he might be hiding in his gullet. You know, you decide.
It's up to you, really.
When the paladin's a paladin of vengeance, and you have an assassin rogue type, I killed him and took the stuff. Okay.
Okay, and
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. What did we get?
Basher's gonna kneel down with Thedo and be like, "Ugh, that's not good news. Hey
No.
kid, you hungry?
she'll nod.
Here, it's not great, but you know it's road food. I'm gonna pass her a ration."
Yeah. She will immediately like start digging in.
You can say no, but do you mind if I check you for injuries or infection?
I'd rather not.
Okay. Look, if anything hurts or is sore, let me know.
Okay.
A little bit of a healer.
Have they stuck you with anything?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Have you had any knowledge of any magic cast over you?
There was one time one of our captors did some chanting and I fell asleep.
All right. What about?
Let's hope that's just the spell that puts you to sleep and nothing extra.
Yeah. DM, I'd like to do. Well, you can't look at. Well, I guess I can look at something and tell knowledge arcana, right? Because I have magical ability.
Mhm.
So I'd like to do a knowledge arcana to see if I can see anything. If I'm not really quite sure, I might use detect magic.
Specifically with like her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
16 for the arcana check.
As far as you can tell, there's nothing, like no lingering effects that are happening.
Okay, you'll see Tato just kind of like look in her eyes, her hair, and be like, it seems like whatever spell was probably the soup spell. I don't see anything lingering, and I don't think I'm missing anything as he's checking her over.
Yeah.
So, seems to be pretty safe here.
Well, not here, but you know, as safe as she can be.
Well, yeah, but I also meant for me sort of scrying as well.
You know, I'm not too versed in magic, but I think you could only detect that when it's actually happening, not like, you know, as a continual thing.
Don't know. Well, I feel pretty certain that I don't.
At the moment,
Help,
see
yeah.
anything.
At the moment, I'm pretty certain that I don't have to cast any spells to figure it out. But if weird things start to happen, should be the first thing we look at.
Okay. You said your name was Sasha?
Mm-hmm.
Feeling... Would you like to ride on my shoulder? Look, like, yeah, we bought you and everything, but you are not a slave. I get the running part, but I'm gonna be honest, like, the safest place you could be is probably with us.
I think I'd rather walk.
That's
That's
fine.
perfectly fine.
But for your safety, you will keep the rope. Let me tell you what happens if you run.
I did keep it PG, please.
Yeah.
Just in case.
There are many things out here, as he's talking to her, that all they want to do is either consume your soul, eat you, kill you, or use you in some sort of experiment. And if you're really lucky, you'll get to an organ grinder, which they'll do all those things, and then grind you up alive. So,
And as he's saying this, Basher's gonna point to like all the different scars and bruises and bumps all over his body that signify the individual that he was calling out.
so be careful. Don't leave us. That will be your death. And it's not by us. We are not going to harm you. but it is by other beings.
Okay.
So, please stay with us. We are about to finish our quest, and then we will be heading back to the Red Keep. I have to ask, what happened to your parents?
I don't know.
Okay. Were all of you kidnapped at the same time, or were you kidnapped away from them?
I think they ambushed us on our way out, so they got us all at about the same time, I think.
And then, at the time that they used that spell on you, were you still with your family at that time?
Yes.
Okay. And when you woke up, you didn't have a family?
They
Is
were
that what
gone.
happened? I didn't catch you, DM.
They were gone.
Okay. He's gonna look over at Beistra and be like, all right, more than likely if they are alive, they're being sold at a different spot. You know, the problem with that is from the Red Keep you can go many different places within this territory.
Yeah, Red Keep's kind of the last line of defense for the border.
And that hub for all the traders that are going back and forth right now since there's peace. So,
Look, we're not going to make any promises at all, but we'll try our best to get you back to your parents.
if nothing else, to get you back to the Red Keep.
Okay.
Do you have any latent, well, not latent, bad word. Do you have any abilities? Can you cast any sort of magic?
I can play a flute.
Yeah. What was your parents? Did they own a store? What was their business?
Farmers. We didn't live in the Red Keep. We were just peddling wares.
So your farmers that were selling your goods. Okay. We just looked at-
How old does this kid look?
why do we say that? Hey, Sasha, how old are you?
10.
He's 10.
That giggling does not fill me with hope.
I'm asking her since she's part of the Red Keep. What town? It sounds like they're not from the town itself. What town are you from?
They are from. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, fuck. I need to color code this one day.
I'm gonna add Sasha. SASHA
Yeah.
as an ally.
It's like I have to open up the tab labeled Red Keep, and then I have to open the tab under the Red Keep tab that takes me to the towns in the Red Keep. Then I have to open up the tab within the Red Keep tab that says farms. I really need to organize this better. Podolchik.
How do you spell that?
P-O.
Yep. Never heard of it. Nope.
Yo,
D-O-L.
DLL,
C-H.
DH.
I-K. Podolchik.
Podolchik.
I will say no checks on this one. This is a small enough town none of you would have heard of it.
Fair enough.
Alright. Any other questions or anything else? Cool.
Alright, look, Sasha, we gotta make a pit stop at that big scary spire over there. And then we'll be leaving and going back to Red Keep. Sound good?
She nods.
Okay. If you get hungry again, just tap me on the leg.
Okay. With that, you make your way into the actual city.
Where the fuck is Ellie?
He'll be
I
back.
forgot about Ellie. Ellie, make me a stealth check, because I'm pretty sure I know what you're doing.
21.
21.
I love a rogue. And a party of chaos gremlins.
Go, Gadget rolls a 4. Go, Alright.
Yes.
Easy enough. This guy is really busy. You see that like at one point he fills up the lockbox, slides the one lockbox to the back, and then pulls up another one that he starts filling.
Okay, can I sneakily cast Detect Magic?
Does it have verbal components? Do you have a way to negate those verbal components?
I don't think so.
You are not a sorcerer with subtle spell.
No.
Therefore, no, you cannot.
No. Okay, we'll
So
just...
if you want to cast it, you're going to be loud about it.
Right. How far... Okay. How far away is the guy from the lockbox?
Not very.
Well, does it look like I'll be able to feasibly sneak in there and just get out?
I mean, with your roll, you could probably like climb over the side without anybody noticing. Carrying the lockbox, depending on how heavy it is, might cause issues. So there's the option that you could open up the lockbox and, try to do that, but then you'd also have to either pick the lock or get the key.
How big is the lockbox?
I've been using this descriptor a lot recently, but about the size of an Amazon package box.
That doesn't clarify.
Like the standard, like average one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna yoink it and run the fuck out of there.
Alright.
They're usually pretty small, but
Yeah.
depending on the type of lockbox, the average lockbox for money is not that huge, I don't think.
No, this one's a little bit bigger than that.
It's like something you could hide under your shirt if you really wanted to.
I mean, if she weren't 3 foot tall, she could.
Yeah.
That is my problem.
But you did get a good roll, so
Yeah.
Just imagining the cartoon of the mouse, like, holding the tray of food above his head, like, sprinting as cannons are firing at him.
Fair enough. Yeah. So, yeah. I'll give it to you. You get back over the side with this first lockbox.
It's a full lockbox though, and I'm not gonna test my luck. I'm just gonna throw it in my bag and keep on going.
Alright.
Let meet up with the party.
Every step you hear a shishink, shishink, shishink.
It'll be fine.
you learn from my campaign not to be greedy.
Sometimes you just gotta take the money and run.
Yep.
Don't take the money. Is that copyright?
Yes, every song
Okay.
is copyrighted.
Never mind.
Anyways.
I feel like that was less than 2 seconds of the song, so I don't think that's gonna get
No,
copyrighted.
you're fine. I think you're allowed 30 seconds.
Ah.
And even after that, if like you're singing the song, there's kind of like weird loopholes where it's like, well, I'm not playing their music, I am just singing, but
Yep.
I try not to get into the nitty gritty of it. Anyways,
So,
you guys are walking through the town. Notably, the houses here, they're not magnificent houses, but they're fairly well made. Like, they've got like cobblestone bases, wooden walls, and wooden roofs. You see people going about and just selling off different goods, bakers selling bread, stuff like that. You see a lot of people ranging from like early teens to like mid 20s walking around with just stacks of books in hand. You don't see much of a military presence here either.
That's a good thing for me.
I don't know if that's concerning or a good thing.
Who knows? In stopping anywhere, getting anything, or are you just trying to beeline it to the castle?
Well, not exactly beelining, more like meandering while we wait for Ellie to catch up.
Hmm.
We're like in the main road at this point.
Yeah.
And it's real hard to miss me.
Yeah. Speaking of being hard to miss you, Shins are meandering on the road. And Ellie, you're not with the group, but you would be able to see this.
Okay.
You see that little kobold leaning against a wall, and as you guys get close, she kind of steps up and waves at you.
Ellie has the perfect ability to not be seen in this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna duck back and see if I can keep eyes and hide.
Under his breath, he'll say to, in his helmet under his breath, he'll say to Bayshram, like, that's the one we have to worry about.
Do we care?
Depends on how she's connected to the castle.
What if we just nod and keep walking?
We could try.
I'll do as we're still moving, Baysher's gonna do like the upward nod and keep walking.
Oh, come on, don't be like that.
What?
I just wanted to say hi and introduce myself. Is that so bad?
I mean, considering we were just rivals not 20 minutes ago.
I don't know if I'd call us rivals. I mean, I practically gave you
Competitors?
that option.
Competitors.
That's a little bit of friendly competition. Come on, I'll buy you a drink. I know a really good tavern.
Sorry, I'm sober.
You don't look like the type.
Look, don't let the grayscales fool you now.
Mm-hmm.
I've earned these, and not through substances.
She kind of like looks you over. Did you also earn the gunpowder scars?
Yes, actually.
And where'd you get those ones from?
You want to find out?
Sure.
I'm gonna get real low.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you care?
'Cause I like being friendly. I like hearing people's stories. And I wouldn't do that because you're really going to anger my friend there, and I don't want to see a fight.
Let's see here. I would like, when she starts talking all that, I would like to actually, insight.
You know, considering Baisha's height and like a normal Cobalt height, I'd have to be on like all fours to get eye to eye with
Need
her.
to be bent down.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
I pictured like I'm going full alligator right now.
all the way down. Yeah. Your snout's about as big as she is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find an image real quick.
Just one nom. That's all it'll take.
One nom.
It would be the last thing Beistra potentially ever did.
I mean,
I'm sure it's fine.
he would be nommed, and the other guy would die soon afterwards. So
You you can attest that assumption at your earliest convenience.
Look, we all need to remember Dungeon Master likes to put retired level 20 adventurers into random shit that happens, okay?
Well, this motherfucker ain't retired.
Oh god.
Notably, everybody who isn't Beistra staring at this kobold sees this fella staring at you from an alleyway. Notably, he is as tall, if not taller, than Beistra.
Oh, lovely.
Do I also see him from where I am situated?
I'll give it to you. He was the one that was glaring at you when you're trying to sneak up on the kobold.
Oh, I'll wave at him. If he sees me.
You're not sure if he sees you or not. His attention seems to be on your friends. So, can we be friendly?
Like, as he's on all fours, Baisha's just gonna smile. I'm always friendly. I was gonna stand back up.
Well, then let's have a drink.
But we also have a job to get to, so sorry.
How long do you think it'll take? I can wait.
I don't know. It depends on how long we end up talking. Hour. Give or take.
I can wait for you. I'll even send Durin with you. He'll wait outside, and whenever you're done, he'll bring you to the tavern. It's one of his favorites, really.
Who the fuck is Durin?
Him. Do you turn around?
Yeah, I'm just gonna look in the direction that she points.
You also see the orc now.
Ah. Okay, yeah, sounds fine. I'm probably gonna try to arm wrestle him at the tavern just because he looks like he'd be fun.
I wouldn't.
Look, if I get hurt, it's fine. I'll sign a waiver.
Okay.
Beto, you think you could take him in an
Yeah.
arm wrestle?
in an arm wrestling match,
Yeah.
it'd be hard. It'd be a difficult match.
You think you can take him? Yeah. Oh, you meant in a fight. Oh, you meant... God, such an old meme.
You think you can take him? Yes. In an arm wrestling match. Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, I was gonna fight dirty. Okay, never mind. As we walk away, Enyo, you think you could take him?
Let's keep going.
Is that a yes or a no? As Enyo and as Thedo walk away, Baker's just like raises his arms up. Was that a yes or a no?
As you're like asking, is that a yes or a no, and you guys are walking, Durin like joins in your group right behind Enyo.
gonna like jog back up and catch back up. See, he wants to know too.
I've already said no.
Ah, well, okay.
I want to live, damn it. I want to live.
My strength score's not high enough.
I don't want this fight. Quit bringing me into it.
I like to keep my arm unbroken.
Just, yeah, let's go for an arm wrestling contest. Snap.
You guys,
Well,
you guys
my
watched
elbow is still in the same position, but my hand is now touching the table.
Have you guys watched regular show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever see the episode with when Skips and Rigby have an arm wrestling competition?
Oh yeah, what's it called? The robot thing.
Yeah. Just whenever Skips tears the thing for cheating off of him, picks him up and slams him through the table in the arm wrestling competition. It's just that. It even also smash cuts to Enyo in the coroner's office.
What happened to you? I lost.
Dude, is he telling that to the fucking afterlife?
Oh yeah, yeah. So what did you do to get here? I lost.
Speaking of losing, you all lost the game.
Fuck you!
That goes for you too, chat.
Oh, I want to cry.
God, don't get emotional on us now.
It's not that deep.
Oh,
Alright.
oh, I think we got a bot.
Alright. Best of viewers on Streamboo. Doesn't even sound like a real website. I want to know how they got the fucked up B. That's what I want to know. Anyways, I'm gonna send this thing to hell real quick. And goodbye. Fucking hate bots. Like, I don't want to set my streams so only my followers can talk, because then new people can't talk.
Right.
But people do it because the fucking bots can't talk. Anyways. So, you guys are just making your way to the castle?
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Deliver his package.
A.
Mhm. So, that's that easy enough. You guys walk through the town and get... The deeper into the town you get, the more and more people just carrying books and scrolls there is.
As we're walking, you know, seeing all that. Seriously, where the fuck is Ellie?
What's an Ellie?
It was just ominously in the background.
Yep. Creeping around in the back, shaking like a coin.
Like, I haven't heard anybody screaming or yelling, "Get that cat!" So, I'm not worried, but, you know... Where is she?
I'm sure she'll be around.
I don't know, whatever.
I'm sure she's somewhere.
Kind of have a responsibility to my patients.
Long-time patient, huh?
Apparently.
There was a lot of scars.
Anyways.
Yup.
So, as you guys make your way through, eventually you come to what the spire is attached to, and it doesn't really look like a castle now that you're up close to it. It looks more like a massive manor. And you see like all these people with the books going in and out. There's a couple of guards stationed at the they call it the doors.
Hmm.
Does anybody remember the name of the gave us this package?
It's just an old hag. I don't remember her ever saying a name.
Fuck. Well, I guess we wing it.
Yep.
It's gonna walk up.
Alright. As you walk up, one of the guards will stop you. Pardon us, stopping you, but you do not look like students here.
No, we're effectively couriers.
What are you delivering? Is it for one of the teachers?
Dungeon Master. I believe it was the Duchess or the Countess.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll tell them. I don't remember the exact moniker. So I'll tell them whichever one it was.
I need a second to find it.
I'm leaning more towards Countess.
Fuck is it? Every time I need it, I can never find it. And I sure as shit can't remember it. Other than I remember it rhymes with Waldo because you just made jokes about it. Which if anybody...
That doesn't sound like something we do.
Oh, never. Lying, however.
No.
Where the fuck? I'm gonna get really fucking annoyed. Trove, Norix, Walddow. You weren't actually... I don't think you were ever given a title. It was just... Silky Walddow.
I remember
I-
this.
I thought there was a title, but
You
either way,
might have.
I'll say Silky Walddow.
Oh, she does not run anything in the academy.
Oh. Could you point us in the direction?
It really depends on who the delivery is from.
This is where my memory fails me.
I don't remember we got her name. Yeah,
I don't think we ever actually did.
No, she was just an old hag. We're not good couriers.
The sender failed to give an actual name.
Do you
But
perhaps
it was
know what
It was
the
a
item
little old
is?
lady.
That does not help. Do you perhaps know what the item is?
Not a clue. It didn't open the package.
Give it to me.
Are you gonna open it?
Yes, I'm going to open it.
I was told not to let that happen.
Well, I am
No,
currently going to
no, I'm
assess
not
it.
gonna say you can't. I'm not gonna say you can't. But would it be possible to get Silky here, and then you open it together?
The mistress is not going to leave her tower for something of this sort, unless I know what it is.
Oh,
She is a very busy woman.
gotcha.
What does this
Okay.
look like?
I do not know what she currently looks like.
All right.
Well, I'm going to hand this over, but all I'm saying is, don't shoot the messenger, because I have no idea what is in here.
He immediately looks at the guy next to him. If it blows up or harms me in any way, kill them.
I'm literally standing right here. If it blows up, it's gonna kill me too.
Kill all of them.
You won't get hurt, but okay.
Is that the threat?
No,
Look,
you're
I'll,
at the
I'll put my face in front of the box. Will that make it feel better?
Fine, you open it then.
I was told not to. I gotta follow my job. If I'm staring very closely when someone else opens, it's a different story, though.
He's just gonna open the box. Are you looking in?
Yeah, I look in.
As you look in, you see a glass jar with a brain inside of it.
Well, that's fucking weird.
Kinda jiggles it around, looks at it. If you go past the academy and to the left towards where the storehouse is, you'll find her manor.
Can you put it back in the box?
I did not take it out of the box, I just took the lid off.
Oh, okay. I'll put the lid back on. Thank you.
I'll go back to taking his post.
Quite nice of him.
As we're walking. Well, that was fucking weird. Who needs a brain? Oh, I remember where we are.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry, I forgot. Yeah. You follow those directions.
Yep. Follow directions. Knock on door.
Find a significantly smaller, it kind of looks like one of the old plantation homes you see in like the south.
Nice.
As you knock on the door, what looks to be a human man, like normal human man, opens the door. The only thing notable is he has a small brass plate on the side of his head. Can we
Hello?
help you?
I'm here to see Miss Silky Walddow.
Mistress Walddow. Is this for what?
Delivering a package.
Organic or non?
I'm not supposed to know, but it's organic.
Organic.
The guards at the spire opened the package and then sent us here.
Follow me.
Okay.
As he walks in. Almost everything in this house is ivory and marble. The rooms are filled with music, and as you go area to area, you see musicians playing on pianos and harps, maids currently dusting things off. You see a couple of chefs moving. Hell's bells! I can't think of what the little dolly things that they move food on is called.
Uh,
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't think there's an actual name for it besides like a rolling tray.
Okay. But yeah, like pushing food on one of those things. And the one notable thing, also, Ellie, at this point, have you like met up with the group?
Say that yeah, I
Okay.
would have.
The one notable thing that they all seem to have in common, from the elves, the half elves, the one dragonborn, is they all have a matching bronze plate on the side of their head. It leads you up to this large door where you hear the sound of an organ playing behind it. I am going to talk to her. She will see you shortly.
You know, she can't be all bad if she likes jazz music. Thought I heard a saxophone earlier.
I wouldn't judge her on the music she likes.
Well, what else do you judge someone on? Also, Dungeon Master, is Durin with us?
Yes.
Like inside the manor?
Well, no, he was told to wait outside until Yin's finished.
Okay. So just gonna wait for the butler to get back.
Alright. No planning, no talking, just gonna go in and raw dog it, huh?
I guess so.
Alright. As
I
the
am gonna tug on Baish's pant leg just to make sure he knows that I'm there. Just, hey.
I'm gonna like swoop my tail up under her and like catapult her up into the air so she lands on my shoulder.
I'm a day late, but this just popped up on my fucking feed. So on March 14th, Karl Marx made his biggest contribution to humanity in 1883. He fucking
That was-
died.
Good. Like, that died.
Alright, anyway, stupid ass jokes out of the way. Stupid ass jokes. Anyways, as the door opens,
Ellie's like mid-air, landing on Baishra's shoulder as the door opens.
she will see you now.
I'm gonna walk in.
Yeah.
Still carrying the box.
Yeah. As you walk in, notably, you see this massive, ornate organ in the center of the room. You assume she's sitting in the chair, playing it, as you can't quite make out who's there. As you look around the room, you see different vials and containers containing different organs, different machinery. As you look to the right, you see a like clockwork in gear mechanism with like 12 of these containers like the one you're currently carrying, just bubbling and glowing.
Baishra, while still holding the box, is gonna kind of like turn his head and start drifting over to the weird mechanism thing.
As you get closer and closer to it, the player on the organ puts in one final long, harsh note before the chair screeches as it's pushed behind them. And you watch as what can only be described as a clockwork monstrosity steps out from behind the machine. There are copper. It's not fair to call them wires. There's copper tendrils dangling from both arms. It kind of looks like one of those old-fashioned deep-sea diver suits, covered in these wires. The only difference being where the brass helmet would be. Instead of this enclosed thing, you see looks to be 4 brains plugged into something similar to what you're currently looking at, Beishra. As there's this sound of a steam being pushed out with every step. Welcome. I heard you have something for me.
Yeah. Just gonna hold out the box.
It's rude to stare.
Not staring.
With heavy footsteps, she'll march forward.
Bashar's gonna try to keep as much like eye contact if there are eyeballs.
There is no eyes.
Just gonna like look up at the jar of brains that are effectively floating. Assume that's where the visual contact comes from.
You look nervous. Just gonna take the box.
I mean, I'm not nervous. I'm just you look powerful.
Mm-hmm. Well, don't you have an astute eye? Perhaps I could use one day.
Well, not mine.
I'm just gonna take my paws and cover Beisha's eyes. Nope.
Oh, wait, what? Let's go.
You'll watch as she holds and caresses this glass jar before walking over to the large mechanism, and in the very center there appears to be a opening. As she plugs it in, and with a click and the hiss of steam, it also begins to glow and bubble. Would you like to stay for a meal?
I mean, we have kind of like a bar date to get to, but if it's a quick meal.
I've never been one to do anything quickly, but I will send one of my messengers to pick up your tab.
I've also never been one to say no to free food.
She's going to quote unquote look around.
Oh.
That's kind of funny.
No.
This is done by the container containing the brains kind of spins 360. You would not happen to be from the losing side of Bromson, would you?
Gonna look at everybody else.
I mean, is there really a winning and losing side? The war's kind of over right now. Like, it's kind of,
We're gonna say unaffiliated.
Your Your little feline friend there reminds me of something one of my underlings described.
Just gonna shove Ellie back in the bag. Nah, probably not.
That would be a shame. He's one of my favorite assassins. I would owe the Savior quite a bit.
I'm gonna very quickly peek my head out of the top of the bag. So, a hammer got back safe?
So you do know.
Maybe.
Just to prove that you are not lying to me, would you mind if I check?
If you check,
Yes. It will do no
Ow.
harm.
Oh,
it may not do
I
harm,
think I
but
know
it
this spell.
may not do good either. What is it?
I'm just going to check your memories.
Nope, that was not the spell I was thinking of.
I promise you, any harm done, I will gladly have repaired at my academy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you dig through my head unless I have immunity.
Immunity?
Yeah.
As far as I know, you've done no ill to anyone I care of, so I see no reason why not.
I'm just gonna, like, cock my head to the side. Anyone you care about? You can look. Okay. It'll be fine.
You lizard folk, please put your friend down so that I may do this.
Ellie, I'm gonna pick you up now.
Uh-huh.
Just gonna like reach into the bag and like scoop her up,
Wait, this might be bad. It'll be fine.
place her on the ground, take like 2 steps back.
With the hiss of steam, Walddow will kneel down and do me a favor. She's gonna hold up an index finger. Follow my finger.
That's a finger?
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Just gonna take it to the right. Just gonna take it to the left. She's gonna bring it center. Point it towards you. And everybody else is gonna watch as one of these copper tendrils shoots through Ellie's eye.
Hey!
That's gonna hurt later.
Oh, well, I guess you did need your eye, Maester.
How did that feel?
Ellie, notably, your vision goes white. You don't feel anything.
Oh, okay.
Actually, let me rephrase that. You watch in rapid succession everything you've done in the last 12 years of your life.
Oh, fuck, no.
So completely down and dust yourself.
Like 5 years of that was at Bastra's.
Oh, I didn't think she'd go back that far. That's not good.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
As she,
Killed all the people. You killed Wolf. You didn't kill her. You know who killed all the people now? Poor Pin.
as she pulls the tendril out of your eye, your eye. You know, whenever you get an eye exam, how they hit you with the puff of air and like your eye
yeah.
burns for a while.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're gonna have that going on for the next 24 hours.
Mm-hmm. Great. Like one of the worst feelings in the world ever. Good.
I took the liberty. There was a mild case of major brain damage and some unassessed traumas that I removed.
Unassessed traumas.
Well, not anymore.
You know what? Not even mad. I thought this was gonna end extremely differently, but
Mm,
thanks.
I mean, I could have you skunned for originally working for my irritating lesser, but I see no reason to do that as he is dead.
Uh-huh.
Who would have known?
You
I'm just
are
gonna look at Tato and shoot him a dirty look.
free to go.
Yep.
And the head's gonna like swivel back to the organ and just thunk thunk thunk.
Wait, what do you mean by unassessed trauma?
I think he meant mental trauma.
I removed them. If you find gaps in your memory, just don't think about it.
Uh-huh.
Can you do me too?
No. I see no
Oh.
value here.
Oh, you have no value.
Just stick my tongue out of the days.
Ellie's eye is like super bloodshot and a little inflamed as she sticks her tongue out at you.
I'm special.
I'm special. I got a free lobotomy.
Gonna grab Ellie by the ears and like place her on my shoulder. Alright. So, delivery complete?
Delivery complete.
Cool. Cool. Catch you never.
Never say never.
You wouldn't know where that assassin would be hanging around, do you?
He tends to frequent brothels and bars when not under mission.
Okay. Alright.
As we walk out the door, funnily enough, we're going to a bar.
Yeah, that's not. I don't know if that's gonna be a good thing or not. I mean,
Then just stay in the backpack.
The backpack.
the backpack.
I'll order. Look, I'll order 2 shots. I'll drink one, and then pour the other one in my pack, and just like make sure you hold your mouth open so you can catch it.
All right. I'm just gonna be like kicked back in the bag, just lean backwards. What am I forgetting?
Nothing.
Nope.
Wait.
Doesn't matter. Memory's been eated. Memory's been eated.
He's gone.
We'll leave and go to I guess go to this place food.
Oh, I feel like I should also say, Ellie, did you know how to play any instruments?
Oh, let me check. I don't think so. No,
Okay, cool.
I am proficient in Dragon Chess.
No, that's fine. If you were proficient in any instruments, you aren't anymore.
You aren't anymore.
So, anyways,
Singing crazily off
I swear I used to be able to keep a tune. Anyways, Fado, you were saying.
No, we're just gonna go have this drink.
You get out, Durin falls in behind you again.
As we're walking, I'll tap the inside of the tent, or the basically the backpack, and be like, "So, did you get everything you needed?"
I don't condone the purchasing of people.
Mm-hmm.
So it was completely justified.
I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna argue anything. What I'm wanting is my freaking money back.
I'm not arguing that. I want my money.
I'm not arguing anything except for my money.
You see Tato, and I'm just gonna look Tato in the eyes, like through the top of the backpack. I said I don't condone the purchasing of children.
Baisha's just gonna take like one finger to the top of Ellie's head and like push her back into the backpack. Ooh, and then pat Tato on the shoulder. Later.
Mm-hmm.
So, Durin, lead the way to this bar, please. Because we're new to town.
He just grunts as he starts walking.
Baisha's gonna follow.
Do me a favor. I'll give it to Enyo because he would probably be familiar with the bounty board. Fado because he's old enough to know of this person. And Beishra because he's also somewhat notable with the bounty board and old enough to hear things. Make me a history check.
14.
Natural 20 for 20.
11.
Nice. With a 20. Fado. Durin. Something about that name is just scratching at the back of your head. And then it clicks. Durin Swift Blade. Your order used to get bounties for somebody with that name, or similar names, somewhat regularly. In groups ranging from 5 to 15 paladins would often go to collect and never be heard from again. But that was about 200 years ago?
I'll go over to the bounty board.
Well, they don't have bounty
That-
boards here. Nobody's.
Huh?
Nobody commits
I don't
crimes
think
here.
We're near a bounty board.
Oh, I thought that's what we were saying. So what? I guess I
No,
made,
this is your memory.
yeah, I made it a history check. Yes, I understand that. My, but why is it bringing it to memory?
Because your order used to get bounties for this person.
Uh-huh. But why am I remembering that? You said give a check, right? But
Yeah.
I don't remember what was going on right before that.
You just
It's
Durin.
Baisha asked Durin.
The name Durin sparked a memory.
Oh. Dato's gonna keep walking. Distance himself a couple feet. Continue walking. If this is that Durin, if he can live that long, or one of his descendants, I mean, he's an orc, so I don't know exactly. Well, how long do orcs live?
Like 80 years, I think.
Okay. So about 200 years ago, unless he's under some sort of spell,
Yeah.
he's not the same Durin.
Yeah.
But
Notably, orcs also don't tend to make it that far. They tend to die really young. This is a very old orc.
yeah, and maybe. I mean, he'd have to be a really powerful person to survive the order coming after him. So he'll keep that in his breast pocket for now.
We'll just keep that in mind. Yeah. But he does lead you to this little, like, hole-in-the-wall bar. As you enter, you see the kobold sitting in a corner booth, and the second you walk in, she starts waving and calling out to you.
Elbow
Hey,
Baisha,
Theta.
She likes you.
Hey, Tato, did you use that 20 gold I gave you?
Yep.
Fuck. Okay.
Somebody has
And
it.
and no, 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 Inyo, no. Too small. I will break her.
I ain't
By
your
accident.
man. I'm sorry. I don't have your
I wasn't asking for gold. I was responding to your nudge.
I
Oh.
don't think the lizard like. I don't think our dragon likes lizards.
I'm the lizard.
I don't know. You gave birth to a dragon, so.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I've heard. It was
The
weird.
evidence is stacking up against you, my guy.
There were things involved with that does not include my lineage. Okay.
I just love how like this is a powerful lizard over here gave birth and then immediately got into a fight 10 minutes later. That's right.
Yeah, who needs recuperation? I mean,
Yeah, there was no recuperation involved.
You know?
so anyway, we're gonna go. Well, remember, all of our stuff's paid for by Miss Silky. So we don't need money. She's picking up our tab. So,
Can I open this lockbox from inside of the backpack?
Make me slide a hand check.
Sweet. Oh.
These are with thieves' tools. I feel like I should state that.
Oh yeah. Okay. That'll help me slightly with the nat one I rolled.
she sticks a finger in the box because it's stuck.
12. 12 total. Wait. 12 total.
I used to be able to do this with my claw.
I swear.
Kinda.
Like I break a claw.
You go at it. You break a lock pick, but it doesn't open.
Oh no. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave it at that then. For now.
Apparently Baystra is going to bed.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Should we end session here then?
I mean, no,
Is
because
it?
Baker's not going to be very helpful with the talking portion anyway.
Okay.
His talking is nudge, nudge, smash. Say something doesn't need to be said. So,
Okay.
well then, just not the best talker.
Fair enough.
I guess Inyo's not going to talk. And you couldn't talk his way out of a wet paper bag.
Oh yeah, always. I mean, do you remember when I went to prison?
Do you remember when I was in prison? That was bad.
That was for me talking.
You know my favorite part of Enyo going to prison. Enyo just had to keep his story straight for 5 minutes.
I thought I was.
You changed what was maybe the most important answer at the last possible second. Who do you work for went from being I work for the Baron of the Red Keep to I can't tell you.
Yeah.
I really don't remember telling that person I worked for the Baron of Red Keep.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I
Pin
don't
Pin,
remember that either.
So, but Pin Pin came to your rescue.
Yes, Pinpin came to my rescue. Pinpin solely murdered the Baron and the other guy by himself with no help from anyone else whatsoever.
Pin is a baller. He just
I don't know what you're talking about. Pen didn't do anything wrong. That guy just did that naturally.
yeah, he just
Oh
died.
yeah.
Just died.
Hmm.
He just exploded.
Yeah, old age I've heard.
Yeah,
It's a
old
real
age is
boom
getting
now.
violent with people now. I mean,
Yeah, old age is a real boom these days. So better watch out.
I know.
all
I
right.
already feel like exploding. Oh.
I guess we'll go over and sit down, kind of across from the kobold lady.
Hmm.
Yep.
You really did take your sweet time with that.
Sometimes you have to.
Well,
So,
I
what
sup-
have you called us to this fine establishment for?
well, I suppose introductions are due. You know Durin already. And she holds her hand out. I'm Vago.
Do I know that name, DM?
Make a
That's
history
what
check.
it is.
Everyone can make a history check on this one.
Cool. 16.
Oh, well, that made no sense to me, but okay. My dice landed on 16 on D&D Beyond and gave me a 3.
What?
Yeah.
It does that every once in a
I had
while.
a
It just reads it
18.
wrong.
I have a 19 and it gave me a 9, and I'm like, well,
Alright,
9 it is.
Take whatever's
Yeah.
on the fucking dice itself. It's so fucking stupid.
It's like, it's your
Everyone's
16, gave me a 3 for the plus. I was like, what?
So ass.
It's like, where'd the 3 come from?
What's a 19?
18.
Alright, what was it?
It would have been the 18 then if you count the 16.
Okay. Alright, so it's the lowest roll we've had?
16. Mine.
Alright. Everyone in Bromson and a lot of other countries has at some point heard of Vago Grimgrin. Probably one of the most prolific necromancers of the last 300 years.
Oh, Potato's just gonna be like, dear goodness. And what do you want with us?
I told you I wanted to make introductions and have a drink.
Somehow I feel like, and Tato's keeping a really close hold on the girl. Somehow I think that's not everything.
Oh, don't be so dour. You won her fair and square. I'm not gonna try and take her off of you. That would just be
What?
rude.
It would be. But you are. Oh, if dear goodness, what was the name again?
Vago.
Vago.
Grimgrin.
Grim Grin. But you are Vago Grim Grin.
Fun fact, Grin. This character's existed for about 3 years longer than I've known you.
Okay, but the last one was a little sus.
Which one?
This is Silky.
Where's Silky?
Oh, Silky? Yeah.
I don't know if he's ever known you by Silky though.
I mean, I
That
know
was
Silk.
way long ago, before we ever met him.
I know Silk. That's all I've ever, other than like character names, that's all I've ever known you to be called. So, no, that is a name that I got out of a random name generator.
Amazing.
also where Walddow came from.
Makes sense.
You said her name is Vagro?
Vago.
Vago.
They go Grim Grin.
Grim.
Maybe Enya's favorite NPC.
No.
Could be if she resurrects him.
Oh
It
no.
probably could if I died.
I mean, inherently she can resurrect whatever the fuck she wanted.
Nothing losing.
I can change that.
He's like, I can make it happen.
Can't resurrect me. I'm alive. Immediately gets impaled. Instantaneously dead.
Punch him through the eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways. Is there a follow-up question that I missed because I was looking at something else?
No, I don't think so.
I just confirmed that. I was like, but you are Vago Grimgrin.
Mm-hmm. The one, the only.
So I can only assume the individual next to you is what was his name again? Dang it. Durin, what, Swiftblade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Swiftblade. Durin the Swiftblade, although probably a little less alive than a few hundred years ago.
Oh, no, he's quite alive, actually.
It's very rare for an orc.
Well, I mean, not naturally alive, but still alive.
I mean, undead is still alive.
Well, he's not undead. He's less than living, but not dead.
How does he just kind of like? How does that work?
Well, do you have about 20 years to study and understand the finer points of necromancy in the ways that I've pioneered it?
No,
Then it doesn't
I
matter.
don't. Well, I probably do have that time. I just don't want to use the time for that right now. And could you give me cliff notes? Because I'm sure you have those. You're very studious.
He's the closest thing I have to an actual friend, and I might have used some of my abilities to prolong his life. A lot.
Hmm.
You're not
Interesting.
mad about your buddies that came after him, are you?
His eye would just, if you could see into the helmet, his eye would just twitch.
Because that
I'm
was
not
self-defense.
Say again?
That was self-defense, really.
I am not here on house business.
Well, that's good. You seem a nice fellow. We would hate to have to kill you.
You would have a really hard time doing that.
Not as hard as you think.
Hmm. But anyway, so you wanted to share introductions. I'm Tadal of the House of Slights.
Pleasure to meet you. Like, she's still holding her hand out.
Pleasure is mine, and he'll shake her little paw.
And your other friends.
This is Beifra. He likes to heal people when they're hurt. He also likes to hurt people. So, a little bit of dynamic there.
Mm-hmm.
This is Enyo. He has snakes for hair. That's about all.
That is the only notable thing about him.
He's literally the only notable thing or notable achievement is he has snakes for hair. And the other one is...
I'm just gonna say hiding.
I wasn't even gonna introduce her, but I mean, she doesn't even know. Well, she knows you
Oh,
exist.
that's fine.
This is the dragon.
The, introduces the dragon. Dragon catches everything on fire, kills everybody.
No,
Um,
no.
Whoa, dragon
Oh.
be upon thee.
Has he even named that thing yet?
He named it. I don't remember what the fucking name is.
he named her. I don't know what her name is now. Can't remember. But we named her one day. And Tato will call over a weight skeleton.
Yeah. No, notably,
wait.
this is a human.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't happen very
calls
often.
Doesn't
Calls
matter.
over the wrench, I guess. The human.
Yeah.
He's like, could you please get us a round of the house's finest?
Of course.
Thank you. And whatever there is in the kitchen to eat. I'm assuming this is a bar and food place?
Yeah.
Question? Okay.
Oh, could you make that 3 for my, friend here? And the wench will, go off into the back. So, what does bring you out here?
I was hired to protect so that these individuals could deliver a package. And that's what we did. Don't know what was in the package, didn't ask, not my problem.
It seems a strange place to be doing courier work.
Not really. There's stranger places to be doing courier work.
I guess I'll have to take your word for... Well, no, I guess I can't take your word for that. I have been to Sepra. It doesn't get much weirder than that.
Have I been there, DM? I agree to that.
I will actively put that in your hands. You've been alive long enough. It's up to you.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Yep, you're like I said, there's weirder places. Been there.
Yeah, notably, Sepra has a lot of wild magic in the woods, where just the weave is unstable there.
Yeah, you really haven't been in a place until you've been there, and then magic happens, and now you're somewhere else, inside the same woods, and you get lost for at least a few days. Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely weirder.
Anyways, the wench will come back with some roast pheasant and mashed potatoes
Excellent.
and a shit ton of drinks.
Awesome.
Well, this is starting to feel like an interrogation. Is there anything you would like to say?
We appreciate the invitation
Mm-hmm.
to dine,
Well,
but I wouldn't think that you would spend your time on a group of individuals, someone like you anyway, that you didn't have an interest of some sort in.
you
And I
know,
don't believe that just making small talk of names and a drink is the reason. If you would like to talk business, that's fine.
well,
If you'd like to talk friendly, that's fine.
I really don't have any business. I do actually just like talking to people. You never know when you're gonna come across a nice corpse, so it's good to know them before they are.
I guess in your line of work, that would be, or your field of study, depending on how you put it. Yeah, I guess so. You'd at least know what they were like before the passing. It'd be easier to make it closer to the actual original.
Mm-hmm. But no. As for work, the only thing that we've potentially had is there was actually a baroness who really wants somebody dead we were thinking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
a baroness.
Yeah. It's not
Which
very
side of
often. Well, the barons are only on one side of Bromson, really.
I feel like I should have known that one. Yeah. I haven't heard about a baroness.
Well, she only recently got the title. Somebody killed her husband.
Ah, that would be a quite the ballsy move.
Mm-hmm. So, other than that, we really don't have any work. I'm just reconnecting where I learned my roots, I suppose.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You watch as Durin has already slammed back all three of his tankards and is waiting on three more.
And you're just like staring at Tato and this other. They're just going back and forth with their talk. Like, I don't know what's going on here.
Hmm.
And I'm just waiting for base for this snake moving in my back.
No, starve.
So,
So,
I want to find out who that Baroness wants killed.
this town is quite nice compared to some of the other ones.
mm-hmm. Well, it has always been a center for culture. Personally, I like it a little bit better further up north in the mountains, but that's personal preference.
And what would be further up north in the mountains?
Well,
I don't think
that's,
I've really been too much up there.
well, that's where my mentor taught me.
Ah,
All the way up in the Lich's Keep.
I'm assuming your mentor was the Lich then.
I'm not one to brag, but yeah, I was his last apprentice.
Very nice.
What is it? I think only 420 some years before he makes his way back.
I would say something like that, maybe.
Mm-hmm. It'll be an exciting day.
It'll definitely be an interesting day. Fate of the continent and all.
Well, by then, there won't be a state of the continent. It'll just be one unified continent.
Good possibility of some sort, a unified continent.
I mean, you've been to the other side. The only thing keeping them playing nice is a couple of shoddy treaties they have. It also doesn't help that I heard their great bastion got hit not that long ago.
Yeah, and this great bastion is at the Red Keep.
Huh? Yeah. I'm sorry, it took me a minute to realize what you're asking. Yeah, that bastion would be the Red Keep.
Yeah. That's what this little girl told us. that the Red Keep got hit. Very interesting, actually. Do you have any idea who did it? Because that's actually a pretty ballsy move as well.
I actually don't.
I wonder if they're the same people that killed the Baron.
Well, I doubt that, but
I mean, if they hit Bastion, they could easily take out a Baron.
well, a baron and his underlings are only 1, 2, 3 people. Taking out an entire keep, now that's something.
Yeah. Could be a target of coincidence.
Yeah. But I also haven't heard any rumors about a little dog man running around in the keep when it was attacked.
Oh no. Oh.
I'm so glad I decided to retire him because I would be all paused right now. Like, never.
Wow! Another one? What are the odds?
That's amazing. I need to meet this guy.
You know the "this is fine" burning house dog meme?
Yeah.
It's just that, but pen pen.
Oh man, that's awesome. Oh. Oh. Well. What about this little dog man?
Well, I guess he killed the Baron trying to break somebody out of prison. And nobody caught him, but there's a really nice bounty on his head.
How much?
More than you can spend in a lifetime.
Oh wow.
Enough that the Baroness herself is willing to take, the likes of us on this side of the line to deal with it discreetly.
Impressive. It must be a pretty powerful being then.
I would assume so. But they all die the same.
Death comes for everyone at some point.
A lot faster than a lot of people like to think.
That is true. That is very true. So a dog man killed a Baron. That's awesome. And but the keep got hit by an unknown band of people and demolished apparently.
It's kind of strange. None of the owners of the keeps on this side are willing to fess up to it.
That's actually very weird. Because that would send somebody high in the ranks being able to claim that.
Yeah. But then again, the second you admit to it, I suppose that's also what you would consider an international incident. And I don't think anybody's really ready to go back to war. Especially since I heard a lot of people's coffers haven't recovered yet.
But that would take an obscene amount of money at the moment to even do that, because you'd have to have the army or hire the army and supply it. It's not going to be 12 guys who took Red Keep and destroyed it. So somebody's coffers or somebody had to be still doing okay at the end of the war in order to do this. Unless there's a dying house with a last-ditch effort.
there's a lot of dying houses. In fact, you could make an argument that you're standing in one of the only ones that isn't.
Hmm. Do tell.
No, what's there to tell? This one is where most of the necromancers in Bromson comes from. Really couldn't survive without it. But the other ones that had more niche rules that weren't quite as important, well, they're not recovering so well.
We have noticed, or I should say I have noticed, coming through the last, DM, what last couple ones did we pass through?
The Morning Grove, I can't remember, the Wailing Citadel, I think it's called.
Yeah, and the Sangren.
Yeah, the
Sanguine?
The Sanguine.
Yeah, I'll just say, yeah, passing through these items that it kind of felt, especially in the Sanguine, that it wasn't too pleasant in some of it. Other parts were still strong, had a strong presence. For some parts, you could nary find even a living being, especially one that had a full family.
Yeah, well, it really doesn't help that a lot of them started letting the organ grinders in a little more than they should have.
Yeah.
Notably, this is the only place where they get hung.
I was unaware of that.
I guess Mistress Walddow has some sense of morals. Which is a damn shame because they're very convenient.
For Necromancer, I can see exactly how convenient they would be.
But I digress. Everybody has different rules. It's one of the few things that I actually like about the other side of Bromson. At least they're consistent. You know, a murder's a murder. An organ grinder's a criminal. Doesn't matter where you're at.
Very true. Laws are very almost across the board. A few changes here and there. But it is as you say, someone who murders someone is a murderer. Someone who organ grinds is a criminal. Someone who steals from one person is still a thief in the next keep. So, well, I'll be interested to find out who hit the Red Keep.
Well, I'd hurry up if you wanted to. Word around is that Sorry, somebody just pulled in front of my house and started screaming. Dumbasses on a Saturday night, anyways. Where was I?
Something about I should hurry if I want to find out, I guess.
Oh.
Who hit the Red Keep.
Rumor has it that the hammer's coming down on it.
Above game. DM. Didn't we murder the... No, we murdered, the guy and his Inquisitor.
Yeah. You murdered Constantine's Inquisitor. But Constantine's still alive.
Yeah, we murdered Constantine's Inquisitor and his trusted whoever it was.
His underlings, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we didn't. They did. I didn't do anything.
Yeah. We, as in the people I am currently associated.
No, I'm. There's really no point in hiding anymore. I'm just gonna pop my head out of the bag and just be like, what does he have to do with it?
Well, I would assume, looking over at Ellie, that if the hammer is coming down, then Constantin is sending men to destroy whoever took the Red Keep. Or destroyed the Red Keep.
I imagine
take
he's going to
credit.
try to retake the Red Keep.
Well, if they want to keep control of Bromson from falling into hands of this side of Bromson, then they're going to have to retake the Red Keep. But as soon as they find out who sent the people or who they're affiliated with, that's going to immediately cause an international incident. And I doubt that side of Brobson will just take that sitting down. Though they may give amnesty to other houses, I assume whatever house is responsible is going to be demolished very quickly.
You don't know the Hammer very well, do you?
No, I've never really had to work for him. He tends to kill his own before my house is called to. And any of the ones over there, I think I've worked 2 there in my long life.
He's not exactly known for being the most amicable, and with the way I've heard things are going, I bet you if he's going to push, he's going to push hard.
Might not be the most amicable, but I don't think he's a complete idiot. If he pushed completely hard, and he hurt houses here that had nothing to do with it, it would rekindle war. But working with a house that would turn its tail on its brethren, he could easily get through and destroy it. Now, would that house betray him in the end? I don't know. Possibly.
But what if he wanted to start the war again?
Well, if he had the funds and the manpower to do so, then this would be a perfect excuse for him to pull the other side of Bromson under his banner alone. And do so.
How does Enyo feel about all this?
Inyo crying inside that the Red Keep's gone.
Enyo crying on the outside.
And
Why
he's
is your
quite on
friend
the inside,
crying?
'cause he's like, 1, my Baron, 2, my money.
All my shit was there.
Oh my shit was there.
I am officially broke beyond broke now.
Enyo's figured out he's homeless, and it's not.
I am homeless, I am keepless.
You are a Ronin. You are not.
I am essentially the other version of Baestra at this point.
Yeah, the one he always claims to be, but isn't because he left. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a shame, really. I don't know. DM, where is my headquarters for the House of Flights out of?
It was also, I think, in the Red Keep.
I'm thinking now, like, now that it's coming, I'm like, wait, wasn't that also the Red Keep?
Yeah.
Well,
You didn't need it.
didn't need it.
There's other ones. You have to pick a new keep.
Yeah, it was. Let's move to the Hammer's Keep. Constantin's Keep. Oh boy.
Now that just sounds like joining the Bromson military with extra steps.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
And
We're
a
not part of
worse
the Bromson
pension.
military. Yeah,
We're definitely not a part of that.
You guys, y'all ready to start this story in another continent now, or? Sounds like they're about to have a war over here.
I'm just gonna jump over to the other side of the venue and just be like, yep, we can get the boat probably
Yeah,
pretty
it's time to
soon.
go. I think it's time for us to go face our sins and go to Numeria.
I don't know what you're talking about, but no, Marriott sounds kind of great.
I've been. He'll turn to his head to the both of them. I'm not leaving. I've been here for over 1,000 years.
Change is a good thing.
This was my change.
Oof, buddy.
Change is wearing you down, huh?
What horrible decisions led you to changing here?
How is this any better than what she was dealing with?
Yeah. I thought I would find adventure and fun.
Definitely found one of
Yeah.
those.
I found Bronson instead.
What's the adventure? Survival.
Survival. It's been a big survival game for the last 1,000 years.
The second you're born in Bromson, you just get the Halo ODST objective survive.
Yeah. Your HUD pops up. Objective. Survive. Okay.
I just spawned in.
Yep.
Alright, folks, I'm good to go a little bit longer, but I do need to call a bio break because I have to go grab something from my mom.
And I have to pee.
Cool.
Same
So
here.
it all works out. We'll be back in an amount of time.
Fight me for the bathroom.
Be right back.
Anybody back yet? I will take that as a no.
Good puppy. Oh yeah, my good puppy. You should treat you. You are. He's so cute. So adorable, fluffy. He is. He's warm. He's a little stubby leg. Little corgi leg. Oh.
Alright, Avenging's already back, and I think Corvus isn't back yet.
I'm here.
Anya's totally fine with going to war, right?
Yeah, against the human control Bromson, of course he is.
I love how you got exactly Ellie's backstory. Your keep crumbled. Horrible. One of the only survivors. It'll be fine.
DM should make that there was a little dog man running around during the keep's destruction.
During the
Not
keep.
because he was trying to destroy it, but because he was just trying to get out after like delivering stuff.
He's like,
He's
oh,
taking
you
it.
know, I had to deliver these herbs, and oh shit, it's going. I gotta go.
It basically turned him into a Vash the Stampede. Nothing's his fault, but he's blamed for it.
Penson was the beta.
Oh.
Oh, that means we're not going to get our money for that quest that we haven't completed yet.
We should have a decent amount of money on us.
Well, yes. Above game, however much is in that lockbox, we should have on us.
Oh,
But
don't
at this
worry.
point-
I will make a deal with Tato. It's okay.
All
A
Inyo
deal?
knows.
No, Tato gets his money back because he owes 20 of that 101 he paid back to
And you have to pay me a finder's fee. You weren't gonna steal it. I stole it. So you gotta pay me a finder's fee. Which is totally fine.
All I know is that Inyo is piss poor broke now, even more so than before.
And your support. Hopefully, I'm probably gonna divvy up the gold like evenly beyond everybody.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, like that is my goal. Like I am going to divvy up the gold evenly among everybody, but I do want to play with Tato a little bit.
I love how Inyo went from having the most because he did have a job, to
And he was like the only legitimate working man in the entire group. He's like, yeah.
I mean, Pen had more money than Tato did. I mean, than Inyo did.
What? Yeah.
But by like 100 times more.
Jesus.
Yeah.
how?
What he started with. And how he started. He ended up with money and he just kept collecting it and collecting it. And he just never spent it on anything. Like a meal here or there. Or the girl he was interested in, the barkeep's daughter, because she's a dragonborn and he likes dragons. So, like, he would spend money there. Other than that, he slept out in the woods with Beishra. 8 things they killed. Like, literally spent no money. If he was a wizard, he would have had so much paper.
You want to know what Inyo has? He has 1 solid gold.
You're very welcome
Oh.
for one solid gold.
Oh no.
I don't even know how I got it. I'm assuming since you said that it was from you. But I don't remember how I had it. I remember having none. Wait, isn't this a solid gold I was supposed to get paid from that witch that got that had me teleport to the top of a mountain?
I don't know. You know,
Enyo's mind is so close to breaking that if the rogue um if the rogue were to really mess with Enyo, she could break his mind the rest of the way
Probably.
just by putting like a couple gold into his pocket. And when he's like, "Where did this gold go?" Dude, you don't remember doing that?
Nope.
Just like completely messing with him until his mind just was like busted because he'd already had so much psychological damage.
That poor guy.
Where did it come from?
Just totally
Trust
convinced
me, buddy.
me,
You earned that fair and square. Let's just forget about it.
Yeah, you don't want to know what happened
You
to that.
don't want to know how you got that.
Are you feeling okay? Is your nether regions all right? All right.
I
You
feel
can
like
walk, right?
I feel like Inyo has more of the brain damage than Frank does, and he's still trying to figure out what's going on everywhere he goes. He's
When,
like,
when a Bromp-side assassin tells you, you know, I wouldn't have killed someone for that cheap, but you got 5 gold out of it. That was one for. Oh.
Inyo's just over here like constant brain fog, not knowing what's going on at all.
Hey, Anya, do me a favor and make a wisdom save.
Again?
Oh.
Don't actually make that save.
I got you, bro. Hold on.
Don't make that save.
That's a
Oh,
2.
no!
Okay, well maybe it was a good thing you rolled that one.
He definitely didn't make that save.
Well, sorry, I rolled a 2. It was a 4.
It was 4 total.
Alright, nothing happens.
Oh, ouch.
Nothing happened. I'm like, that's nice.
So what'd I miss?
Inyo having an existential crisis at the moment.
Oh, don't do that. You can't afford a psychiatrist.
Ah, God damn it. And then more broke jokes.
That's not even like me making fun of you being broke. That's me making fun of the fact that they cost too damn much.
Inyo has one
The bonus
to
that's
his
making
name.
fun of being broke.
Do you think I had do you think I have an insurance claim on my place in the fort?
Smash cuts to the Red Keep Insurance Company, also on fire.
Nah.
That would have been a great business model for a Red Keep insurance company.
Oh, it wouldn't. You know how
Like-
much they would pay out in fucking life insurance?
Who
Well,
says they
they
have to
go down
offer
with the
life
ship.
insurance?
No, this covers property damage.
That's still a terrible racket. What happened to your wagon? Well, it got destroyed by werewolves.
Yeah, we don't cover that. You just gotta say we don't cover that. It'll be fine.
We don't cover anything supernatural. It's all supernatural.
No magical accidents. Well,
So what are we doing?
Um. What were we doing?
Talking to Vago.
Yeah. Well, it would seem that if the Red Keep did, in fact, also fall, then there's a lot of pieces that are broken right now that are going to have to be picked up and put back together.
Hmm.
But that's none of my business.
Well, I won't keep you in here any longer than you want to be, so feel free to head out whenever.
Appreciate the hospitality. Maybe I'll go look for the bounty board here. Gotta be someone worth going after.
Are we at an inn or a tavern?
It's a tavern.
Do you know of any place around here that we can get a room?
Well, sure, just across the street.
That'll work.
Well, we appreciate it, and we hope to see you in a good light again.
Oh, I'm sure we'll be seeing you.
Yeah, I'm gonna just grab Enyo by the hand and start dragging him towards the door. Just, come on, big guy.
Emmett is like brain fogged existential crisis right now.
Right.
I like flowers.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Oh, he'll before he gets up, he'll turn to Grimgrin and be like, "Do you happen to know where the other prisoners were taken and sold to?"
Not really.
That was worth a shot. All right then. And he'll just wave goodbye and head out as well to the inn.
Yep.
Alright. You guys get a room. Paid for by the
Yep.
mistress.
Which is awesome. So we get up to the inn, or get up to our room and be like, all right, this is a problem. He just kind of looks at Inyo.
I'm just gonna sit down and pull that box out and try to open it again.
Well, buddy, as he puts an arm on your shoulder and kind of pats your shoulder, you're free! The House of Flight headquarters was there as well. There isn't a big chance that they were taken out, depending on who was there. But the longer they're there alone, the worse it becomes. So are you,
And you were still trying to throw together all the pieces.
I don't care about the politics of everything. Honestly, what I think we should do is get there, get the people out before the second wave happens. If there's any way we can do that.
get the people out?
Yeah, anybody who's left in Red Keep.
He looks at the little girl and he goes, "They're either captured or dead, I'm sure. Therefore, if the Red Keep has already been captured, if the hammer's on his way down, there is nothing we're going to be able to do."
Or this is the same hammer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's only one hammer.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Maybe we can talk to him before he gets there.
I mean, he's not going to murder his own citizens that way.
No, he wouldn't murder. He absolutely wouldn't murder his own citizens. I'm just worried about anybody who's originally from Red Keep.
I don't think he's gonna do that to any of them either. He might take the Red Keep for his own as soon as he takes it. But I don't know. I think our problem, or excuse me, it's not our problem. I think the problem in this countries, is going to be who attacked the Red Keep and took it. And you heard Grimgrin. She doesn't even know. And if a well-known necromancer that has feelers, I'm sure, everywhere, doesn't know yet, then they may never take responsibility for the attack. But it's very interesting, too, to have this happen now, when there should have been plenty of defenders with plenty of weapons and firepower. It makes it almost seem like it was a necromancer's game. You would think that the defenses would have held off for at least a day. Kind of makes you think that necromancy was involved, undead from the inside, or all the undead from the inside immediately just pop up. Not saying it did happen, just saying that
I'm gonna say it definitely didn't happen like that. They burn all their bodies.
not with the organ grinders, they don't.
That was far enough away from Red Keep.
There are organ grinders right outside of Red Keep. There are quite a few different groups. I would think the werewolves would have dealt with some of them. You know, the ones that wear the silver necklace. But even then, it only takes one really good necromancer.
Maybe. I'm just gonna try and open this box again. As we're just sitting here talking.
Or it could be literally somebody marched their troops across no man's land and destroyed the Bromson military as it went. And they just spearheaded and took the Red Keep.
So what's our next move?
Well, you heard Mommy. We know you're here comfortable. But you heard Mommy. Ooh, bedtime. Okay? Go ahead. Go to bed. Well, my contract is up. We've delivered the package, and there is no more Red Keep. So I do wonder what happens. What happened to the house? I might make my way back there to see. But there's also probably plenty of coin to be made here as well.
Yeah.
And your friend over here is kind of broken and confused, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem.
He kind of pokes him in the head as he just probably floats back and forth. He goes, my lay on hands can't fix this.
His head's like bobbles, like, just a regular bobblehead. Just doesn't.
Yeah.
Can your lay on hands spare me though? Because he needs it.
Get in my hands and what do what?
I said, can your lay on hands fix Jeremy though? Because he kind of needs it.
I don't think so.
This snakehead just like looks at you with the derpiest face, tongue out.
Nope. My hand can't fix it either.
I'm just gonna poke it a little bit. We should have asked the necromancer to see if she could fix it.
She'd have an undead servant on top of his head for the rest of his life.
I mean, it kind of already is.
Jeremy still moves around.
Oh. Alright, Ennio, what do you want to do? Like, if you want to go back, we can go back.
Well, if we go back, I also have the chance of being treated like Baestra. I mean, he's the one that abandons everyone.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna be marked a traitor.
Yeah.
Definitely. Especially as soon as you open your mouth and tell them where you've been.
I mean, I might be able to get you a job here.
I mean,
And I'm pretty sure if we ask nicely, she'll get rid of your memories having to do with the other side at all. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just gets rid of my whole life.
Whole life.
What is my
I mean,
purpose?
You can start over, buddy.
oh my goodness, think about this. Above game. This is like your opportunity to be like, I'm done playing a ranger. Just completely retweak everything, and a new character pops out, same person.
You just serve the steampunk brain chick. That'd be great.
I just get the Captain America serum and just go to a different class.
Yep, basically.
Build America's ass.
Who builds America? This is
Sorry,
Bronson's ass.
Bronson's ass.
Like, it's a possibility. I mean, because he go back to Tato now. Because truthfully, they're not going to care that you just delivered a package and it was legal. You're not going to tell them what's in the package because then you'll be killed. But
Above game, I still don't know what was in the package.
oh, okay, you're fine then. Totally.
Everything's great. It's fine.
Great.
Everything's fine.
But yeah, why do you think no one asks you, hey man, where you been? No one asks people that in Bronson. You realize that?
I'm sorry, I just realized that I was muted. I do want to state something.
Yeah.
Ennio, you were officially on a mission. Now, you didn't end up doing the mission you were sent on, but you were on a mission.
Oh.
Remember you were doing the survey job?
Yeah, the survey.
Yeah.
I thought we were just picking herbs.
Yeah, that was the survey. They needed to get samples
Yeah.
of Bromson wildlife.
Yeah, we were totally on that mission.
Yeah.
Side quest.
Now, if it comes out that you did all the other shit, that's where you'll have problems. But
Or, hear me out. You don't have to be the most useless class in D&D anymore. You can totally change your personality and completely be a new person in the same body.
I
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be that for you.
don't think I like this plan anymore. I don't like having Ennio around.
here's my question: how are you going to convince her to do that?
That's on him.
Ooh, maybe he can trade her his
if
memories for
if
it.
he really wanted the memory wipe and like the whole 9 yards, like I would have to really convince her because she'd be digging in there and knowing he was older from the other side.
Yeah, but you could totally use those memories as collateral, as money for it. Because those memories hold value.
Yeah, then she'll find out that Enya was also part of killing the one Baron Inquisitor, and then another Inquisitor.
You weren't a part. You weren't a part of the first set. You were watching in horror.
No,
I
he,
was
he,
part of
he
that.
did help kill the
He
Inquisitor.
did
Did he?
help.
Yeah, I
Did
did.
help. I think she already knows that stuff, though. I mean,
No, there's no
No,
way she
I
knows that from
She
you.
only knows
And
what
I was-
you knew. She,
yeah,
Yeah.
I was outside and I was talking to Hammer, and that was it. And then you guys.
So she already knows that he was a part of killing the other one.
Yeah.
Very badly part of it, but still part of it.
I held off a bunch of them from y'all.
But if you wanted to go that route, then I would probably just give myself over to, which is fine.
Like, to be fair, yes, Inyo was not able to hit his shots, but he did hold off a few of them from attacking y'all.
You really did.
Yeah.
You kept me
Yeah.
he was a tank.
You really were.
Hiding behind another armored body because he had no armor.
Look, man, I felt like I made use of my situation of being squishy.
Oh, you absolutely did.
I think so too. I'm gonna make fun of it, but I still think so.
You did the best you possibly could. You
You will be roasted forever. However,
I did it in the best way I could.
Mm-hmm. But Enyo, how do you feel about this knowledge that the Red Keeps no more?
Inyo was like still going through a crisis. 'Cause isn't that where Inyo was like raised at for most of the time too?
yeah.
oh no.
I mean, you can always go and see what you can find about it.
Mm-hmm. We could always go back, but we run the risk of getting caught between two armies.
Mm.
And
It's
you
a part of
definitely-
one of the armies, but
no, your army is defeated. The Red Keep, you're done.
I'm still part of
However-
the Robinson army though.
I mean, you are kinda, but at the same time, you're gonna get drafted right back into it, and you're gonna have to retake the battlements, which you may not survive.
The original war was pretty brutal.
Yeah, yes, it was.
Well, once decide what we're doing next session, I think I'm gonna call session.
Can I get this lockbox open first?
Before we forget about it completely.
Have you made the check yet?
I rolled one earlier. It was 19. Well, 20 plus 3, so
Okay.
22.
And you pop it open.
Ugh. Is there anything in it?
There's about 400 gold.
How much?
400.
Okay. Cool. I'm just gonna keep looking at Tato as I have this open.
Kato's definitely looking at you. Why bobbleheading at you?
Alright.
kind of hard of a choice to like make for Inyo,
You know,
because like going back or not. Because I feel like that's gonna be a chance for Inyo to like start over too. Stays over here.
Yeah. And you're about to get a bunch of gold.
Yeah.
And
So
the reason why I say that also is because like over there in Red Keep, Inyo did struggle a little bit because of what he looks like.
so talk to us in character.
Yeah.
Inyo snaps back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Falls over. It's like I'm back. Alright. What's going on?
How do you? Yeah. You. How you doing?
I am a bit better. Still processing things.
So talk to us.
Conflicted. Very conflicted. Because I was raised. No one else is here, right? Just us three? Well, us four?
Yes, us three in a room. Well, and the kid. The kid too.
And the kid. Okay, well. We can take her out back later. I still have a gun somewhere.
you did promise the kid you were going to take him back to the right side of Bromson.
We just didn't promise when.
Look up, you're fine. You can grow up here, die old, become a skeleton, and be a servant. Or farmer.
Is that
Anyway, we're not talking about the kid right now. Anyway, we're talking about you.
yeah.
So, kind of conflicted. I, like a kid, was raised in Red Keep, and then went into the military. Right. But it was hell. All the judgment and just, let's say that not a lot of people agreed with what I am, what I look like.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling conflicted because, like, I come over here and I feel like I'm not getting as judged as much compared to a certain cat. One's like looking at me funny, as far as I can tell.
No, no one is. Tato takes his helmet off. People over here don't really care. The only thing over here is either you have power or you don't.
And I'm not gonna lie, some of the people around here actually seem happy.
Oh yeah, they live actually pretty good normal lives. There isn't an overabundance of people trying to get food. Because when people starve to death because of lack of food, they're usually used as, well, servants or farmers or food
Or both.
or food then farmers to make real food.
Food than farmers to make more food.
So as long as somebody holds good farmland here, you can sustain a regular population of whatever.
Do you think I need to get another,
On the
birth
next
certificate?
episode, we become farmers.
Do you think I need another social security card?
Yes.
You know, if you really want to go this route, I can probably get you set up. Hopefully, you know.
I mean, no one here is going to judge you for your decision.
I know that one's not. I'm looking at Ellie.
Yeah, I mean,
Listen, the other side of Bromson, the human-controlled Bromson, was not nice to any of us. The reason why I am a paladin of vengeance is because humans decided they wanted to murder my friends.
that why you have a hard time making new ones?
Well, it's hard when you kill people all the time.
Was you trying to say something to you?
No.
No. Okay. Sorry. Just the stuff in the
Just,
background.
I feel so bad for Corvus because we're just really, really thinking about why we're here and what we're doing. And he's like, "What if they decide to do something I haven't planned for?"
Oh, he's used to that by now.
It's been the entire
He's
fucking
used to that as soon
campaign.
as Pin stepped on the field. Oh, let's go kill this guy. Help, the guy. He's free now.
Yeah. I mean, I could throw out fucking ideas if you want, but
Yeah, go for it. This will be fun.
okay, you can go to Nomeria. So, things you can do. If you stay here, you can, as stated, go on different adventures, find different things, explore this side of Bromson. If you go back to the other side of Bromson, it opens up the option to explore what happened to the Red Keep, who did it, and you can see if maybe you can help deal with whatever the outcome of that is. There is also a vast majority of the other side of Bromson that never got explored. So,
It's true.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Before you go on, are there other parties in Bromson currently?
What do you mean by other parties?
Is Bromson currently host to another party or two besides us?
No. No,
Oh, not a player.
yins
Okay.
are the only ones who would volunteer for it.
That's hilarious.
All
Alright,
right. So
here's the next question, Enyo. How mad are you? Because I mean, like, if you're like, my time in the Bronson army just sucked. I could defect. Like that's a level of mad. But like, are you mad? Like, are you gonna join this side?
I mean, they probably are gonna have you as KIA at this point.
Yeah, you also don't know what the status of the Red Keep's Baron is. Like, you know it got attacked. You don't know what the state of it is.
It's true.
Like, the Baron's the only one that's been nice to him.
Yeah.
I mean, other people have been nice to you. It's just more have not been.
And I also feel like this side of Bromson was definitely an eye-opener for Inyo, because it's nowhere near what he was told being in the military.
It's almost like both sides have different propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to figure out the reason for this war at this point.
There was a lich.
Kind of feel like
Not-
there's more to it than that, because a lot of people on this side are really happy.
There's two mentalities in Bromson. There is, I must suffer so that I don't suffer in the afterlife, and I can party it up as much as I want because I do not have an afterlife to look forward to.
You know what? Yep.
I don't know, are they still conscious whenever they're skeletons?
Technically, you don't know this. This is a above game thing, but whenever a random citizen in this side of Bromson dies, your soul gets fed to a lich and your body gets turned into a skeleton.
So no, you don't know.
Hmm?
So no, you have no sense of anything.
No, you're basically an automaton.
You just cease to exist whenever you die.
Honestly, doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I wonder if my snakes will have like skeletons of their own.
And he was already consigned his fate over to swapping sides, and he's like, I wonder if my snakes will be fine.
He's like, hey, you see that one? That one was Inyo. He's working the fields at the moment. Like you tell, it's pretty obvious. Look at these snakes.
Oh, and then what would be even worse if, like, we got all your memories taken away, like, you started over brand new and one of your snakes remembered?
Just every night, he just in the back of his mind, this isn't you.
This isn't you. None of this is real.
I mean, he's already got a busted psyche, so that'd be perfect.
Terrible.
What are you thinking? Do you just want to go back and see what's going on?
I don't know. I really. Inyo is just going to go. He's going to crawl into a ball.
Alright. Let's call it session. You guys can have a week to think it over.
Oh god, okay.
Only one person needs to think it over.
It really does.
Well,
It's
to be
me.
fair, it also tank.
I don't think you guys realize what you've done to me. He's gonna be awake for the rest. What should I do? Just. He's gonna shake me awake at like 3 a.m. I figured it out on Friday.
Yeah.
Oh. Like, alright.
On Friday, the day I have to go to work.
3 a.m. You're like, I figured it out. Just hit your head, or head with the pillow again, and you start snoring.
Alright, I'm gonna start getting the raid party ready.
Alright.
And then we can run this by Tank tomorrow. He can add his 2 cents if he wants.
I think we're in.
Yep.
Because I feel like Tank would put in some input too. A lot.
This has all been Tank's side story.
Yeah.
This is the B
Tank,
plot.
Tank and Enyo. Just learning new things.
This is the B plot. It's a wild fucking B plot.
It is.
Alright. Thank you everybody who... Okay, terrible time to start that. Ugh. Thank you everybody for coming out tonight. Hope you had fun watching. Hope you guys had fun playing. We're gonna raid out to Easy Shady, who is currently playing Yakuza Like a Dragon. Anybody want to add anything?
No. No, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's kind of it.
Yeah, wait, there's one thing I want to grab real quick if I have time. I don't think I have time for it though. Alright, real quick, if anybody's interested, this is the community server. I'm trying to be more, and never mind, the fucking code isn't working. Tune in next time when I fix that, and then the community server will be up and running. I'm trying to be more active in it. Hopefully we're gonna start doing, couch parties. Until next time.